This next case takes place in Green Bay, Wisconsin, a very gruesome, psychotic, sexually enraged, and drug-induced case is how I describe it. So we are talking about Taylor Schabusiness, a 25-year-old female who is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide, third-degree sexual assault, and mutilation of a corpse. It has been alleged that she took the life of Shad Thyrion, 25-year-old from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Shad was living in Green Bay, Wisconsin in the lower level of his mother's home. It is unclear of what took place prior to the discovery of Shad Thyrion's mutilated and decapitated and dismembered and castrated body. So what we know now is that Taylor was out on work release for a prior criminal charge. She was charged with fleeing, eluding, and obstructing a police officer. Taylor had picked up a friend of hers or a roommate, as well as Shad, on the 21st of February, 2022. They all went back to their apartment. They smoked some marijuana. They also smoked some methamphetamine. And Schabusiness told police that she injected her and Shad with some trazodone. So the roommate left the home or the apartment, and then it sounds like from Taylor's account that she and Shad drove over to Shad's home and were in the basement. His mother was home at the time when they arrived, but she said for the next day or so they were sleeping. She didn't hear from them, and she was primarily out of the house. Taylor revealed to law enforcement that her and Shad were friends and that they also had a sexual relationship. During that night in the basement, they both were messing around. They also had chains, and apparently, according to her, they were choking each other. She was on top of Shad and was choking him to the point of him choking, coughing, and coughing up blood. He eventually turned purple and passed out. From what Taylor had told law enforcement, she knew he was unconscious. She continued on, even had sex with his body as he lay there, unconscious. She also decided to use a bread knife to dismember the body, and she castrated him. There's so much involved in this that is so unbearable. I don't want to reveal every single detail to you guys, or just Google it. You'll find out every single detail that this horrible woman did to this man. In the early morning of February 23rd, 2022, Shad's mother awakened to the sound of her storm door making noise outside. So she went downstairs to check on things and then noticed that the basement light was on. What she saw next would probably be never erased from her mind. At the bottom of the stairs, on the side, she discovered a green bucket with the head of her son inside. Taylor was nowhere to be found. She had apparently already left the residence.
Where in the basement was that located?
As you go down the stairs, if you turn to the immediate right, it was at the bottom of the stairs to the right.
Was it in pretty close proximity to the stairs?
Yes.
After you made that observation, what did you do?
After I pulled the towel off,
Yes.
I had Officer Plunky come downstairs and just verify we had in fact found a human head in the bucket, and then we started to notify a supervisor and then ask for additional units.
Where's it at? Go right there. Look right, there's a bucket with a towel on it. Just keep an eye out.
As you can see in the prior video, law enforcement went over to the home, did an assessment, investigated what was going on, and then the next video, you'll see what happens afterwards.
Nothing. Hey. Is this blood? Does this look like blood to you? Or am I just tripping? Bloody footprint? You see this right here? Could possibly be blood. Hey, who did that? Hi, Taylor. How's it going? Officer Russell with the Green Bay Police Department. Just make sure you ain't got nothing on you here. With Taylor.
Contact with Taylor.
Taylor, you have one more for your, wrist. Just put your hands behind your back, quick.
Anybody else in your apartment?
You got blood on your hands here too. No, on your hands. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to.
What apartment is it?
What apartment are you in?
Do you have it? Adam, can you come up? You got something there, get up here.
On the double.
Which apartment?
One is what they came back to. Yeah, go. Guys, hurry, get here now.
As of the date of this video, Taylor is actively on trial. It's day 3 and there's a lot of information. So if you don't have the full story, I only touched on some big aspects of it, but please go watch the trial. It is live on Law and Crime. There's a couple other channels that are running this live. They intend for this trial to last for 1 week, but I'll leave you with this last video to show you what type of person Taylor is. My condolences go out to the family of Shad. I hope that they find peace and understanding during this very difficult time.
Stop it.
A shocking turn of events in a Wisconsin courtroom after an accused murderer violently attacks her own attorney. The deputy quickly jumping in to subdue her, calling for backup as he wrestled her to the ground. The woman is accused of killing her lover last year and then putting his severed head in a bucket. She was in court yesterday for a competency hearing. After the incident, her lawyer asked to be removed from the case.